Archimedes, you gonna cook with me? You want a treat? Yeah, get that treat. So I've been asked to give this one an official introduction. So everyone, meters, this is the great and powerful Archimedes. He likes treats.
If the kitchen's where you'd rather have your friends and family gather, you should hit the like and subscribe down below. And if filling plates and platters while maintaining flavor matters, then there's a stellar cook that you should know. It's Rain, the planet with a palate. They'll keep you fed and coming back for more. So come on, take up space. Rain will make a tasty plate and tell the diet Karens where to go. It's the Planet with a Palate cooking show.
All clean. Wash these cat treats off of my hand. We had a visitor in the kitchen today because anytime there's raw meat, Archimedes magically appears. So, howdy y'all. Welcome back to Planet with a Palate. I'm Rain, and today we are going to be making Texas style nachos with all the fixins. And when I say all the fixins, if you're from Texas, you know what that means. So today we're going to be working with a lot of Texas-based products, and the reason that we're featuring Texas so heavily in this episode is because even though I've been a Floridian for the most of my adult life, I grew up in Texas, and once you're a Texan, you're always a Texan at heart. So my amazing family sent me an awesome Christmas package this year, and they included in it a lot of flavors from back home. So we have all kinds of Texas products that we're going to be putting in this delicious meal today. I'm so excited about this one, y'all. Woo, let's go. We are going to be making pulled pork nachos. Basically, it's like somewhere in between nachos and barbecue, you know, because Texas, we love barbecue. So my mom sent me this delicious Texas product, which I have not tried before, but she's a big fan of, and it's called Chupacabra Rub. It is based in Marion, Texas, and we are gonna just rub down our pulled pork with that. Oh, I already took the thing off. I think I sniffed it. God, it smells amazing, not gonna lie. Okay, so we're just gonna put this in our pulled pork here. Rub it in, making a mess. That's what we love to do in this kitchen. I'm gonna get all the little creases. I want lots of this flavor packed into here. I'm not gonna bother cutting off the fat because we're actually gonna pull this pork before we use it. It'll be much easier to get the fat off. Plus it'll lend to the flavor once we cook it. So, make sure it's nicely covered there. Ugh. Oh yeah, baby. I'm being pretty liberal with this seasoning, but again, we're gonna pull this pork later and we're gonna be adding a lot of other stuff to it. I really want these flavors to cook down into it. So, I'm gonna put it in our little pan here. Ooh. I'll wash these hands. We're gonna add just a little bit of veggie broth, not on top of it, but directly into the bottom of the bowl, just so we have a little bit of liquid to start with. Put our lid on. We're gonna roast it low and slow. So it's probably gonna take about around 4 hours, but we're gonna check on it in about an hour and a half just to see where we're at. What we're looking for is an internal temperature of 145 degrees. So let's put this in the roaster. I'm roasting it on 275. So like I said, we're going real low temp. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna make it so soft, moist, and delicious. And I'm just so excited. Next up, I'm gonna make a nice corn and black bean salsa, Texas style. So we're gonna get a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes and green chilies. I love Rotel. The fire roasted just gives it a little bit of that extra smoky flavor that I'm a big fan of in this salsa. Okay, then we got the fire roasted kernel corn as well. You're gonna wanna drain both of those. And I would suggest draining and rinsing your black beans. That way you don't get that black colored stuff in it. And then last but not least, here's the Texas part. This is one of my sister's favorite sides ever since we were little kids. And it's actually from Fort Worth, Texas. Conagra Brands Foods presents ranch style beans. If you've never had these, they're real good. I would drain them, but do not rinse them. We want all that yummy flavor in them when they go in the salsa. Give that a little mix. Looks delicious. And now we're just gonna chop up, add a little bit of hot sauce, just a tad, just a splash. There we go. Not very Texas, Louisiana style, but close enough. And then we're gonna cut up a red onion, dice it up, and throw it in with our salsa. All right, and now we're gonna take a big half of a large red onion, mix it up in there. Oh yeah. We're gonna put this in the fridge and let these flavors just marry together. And this is gonna go down actually as the base of our nachos. So it's gonna go this, cheese, meat, cheese, and then more fixins on top. All right. And now, while we're waiting for our roast to come out, it's getting close, y'all. The last I checked it, it had been in for about 2.5 hours. We have kind of a small roast this time. And it was getting close to the temperature. So while that finishes off, we are going to make a quick barbecue sauce. Now, I'm fine with the pre-made, barbecue sauce that you can get at the store, but nothing beats a good homemade barbecue sauce. And as y'all know, I'm a sauce boss. So we're gonna do this up right today. So you're gonna start with about 3/4 of a cup. You know what? Let's make it a full cup. That might be more than a cup. As y'all know, I am not good at measuring things. I really should be better at it since I'm starting a cooking channel, but you know what? It's just not how I cook. Baking. Now, baking is science. Cooking is art. And I like to play with my color palette, basically. So now we're gonna throw in some, sugar. We've got some brown sugar. And now I'm getting it all over my kitchen and all over myself. I want it pretty sweet, so I'm gonna put some of that in there. I'm also putting in a little bit of agave, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a little squirt. It's smelling good. little bit of red wine vinegar, yes. Just a splash, just a kosh. Some mustard. Like that. Some garlic powder. Some paprika. Smoked paprika is nice. I have the regular kind here. And then we are gonna just stir this on up with a fork, hun. Oh, it smells heavenly. Let's see. That's beautiful, y'all. Yummy. You know what? It needs something. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the front door. I know exactly what it needs. Nothing beats fresh garlic. So that's what we're gonna do. Get in our Dracula, grind it up. Oh yeah. This is just the kick it needs. A little garlic, a little bit of pepper, black pepper, and I think it's gonna be perfect. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna sit for a while we work with our pork. Oh my gosh, it smells so much better already. It just needed it. Let's get out a new fork here. The rest of this garlic. We don't want to miss any garlic. That is delicious flavor. Okay. Put that fresh garlic in here. Mix it up. Give it another taste. It's so good. Now let's check our pork, shall we? So now that our pork is done and it's rested for about 10 minutes, we are gonna get into this. We're gonna shred this pork. So if you've ever shredded pork before, what you really need is 2 forks. With the big guys. You need 2 forks, and then you just kind of come into it and just start ripping it up. Now, obviously, our pork's pretty tender, so it's gonna shred apart pretty nicely for us. I did get rid of most of the juice that was in the bottom here, but I wanted to save a little bit too, because the next step, after we shred up, oh my gosh, this pork is gonna be so delicious. It smells absolutely amazing. So after we get our pork shredded, we're going to probably strain it a little more, just make sure that we have a little bit more of the liquid out, and then we are gonna mix in our homemade barbecue sauce, and we're gonna throw it back in the oven just to marry the flavors of the barbecue sauce in with the pork. And then we are gonna be pretty much, we gotta heat up some cheese, but other than that, we're gonna be ready to serve some nachos. I'm ready. Are y'all ready? So while I'm here shredding this pork, and while I'm talking about the holidays and shouting out the amazing package of care you know, Texas love that went into everything that my sister and my mom sent me this year. I really have to talk about my, if you notice them, Planet with a Palate tea towels that my very crafty sister made for me. And it came in the package as well. So they're debuting at the same time that I'm using all these Texas goodies to make this delicious food. So, you know, but yeah, I love them. It feels like with that and my new dishes that my friend Rosie got me for Christmas, just, you know, everybody's been so invested in me, in my channel, you know. I am just making a mess here, y'all. This amazing package, which really means so much. One of the things I've always envisioned in my kitchen for this, oh my gosh, this pork looks so yummy. For this show was to have the tea towels hanging from my stove, and it's just so much more complete with them there. So thank you to my amazing little sister for making that happen. But yeah, everyone's been so excited. You know, my kids have been involved in the process. My friends have been involved. Shooting a new episode coming up. I talk a lot about my best friend. Y'all are going to meet her shortly. My cat's been involved trying to eat the meat, you know. My youngest son's been going around the house singing my theme song. Here he is.
It's Rain, the planet with a palate.
They'll keep you fed and coming back for more. So come on, take up space. Rain will make a tasty plate. It's the Planet with a Palate cooking show.
The planet with a palate cooking show. Is that true?
That's true. Bro. Gosh, this is looking delicious. We still need a little bit more. You know what? We needed it all. Let's see. Dang, y'all. All right. This is going back in. We'll put it back in on 275, uncovered for about, we don't want to go overboard, but about 15, 20 more minutes. Woo! Oh my gosh. So, here's how we're going to do these nachos. First, we're going to do a big layer of chips, which we're going to use this big tin here to create our nachos. And we're going to do a layer of chips, a layer of our corn and beans salsa that we made earlier, some nice heated up nacho cheese. I got the white queso cheese, y'all. We're going to pour on there. And then we're going to start in with our meat. Woo, our barbecue. And now we got to get these fixins ready, because it's fixing to be delicious. So, before we assemble our nachos, we're going to cut up a couple of things. These are Best Made brand. They're from Texas. Pickles. There's it says Texan on the back. It even has the shape of Texas. These are made in Fort Worth, Texas. And these are jalapeno bread and butter pickles. I can't get them here in Florida. So whenever I go down to Texas, this is one of the things that I always try to come home with. And my sister knew that, which is why she lovingly and thoughtfully sent me some. They're so good. Sweet, spicy, delicious. Next up, has the state of Texas on the front of it here and a Lone Star on the top. The Taco Texas hand-picked crisp okra pickles. Pickled okra, baby, yeah. So the first time I ever had pickled okra on my nachos was at a restaurant near here that closed down years ago, but it was one of our favorites. And they served a barbecue nacho, and you could choose whether you wanted chicken or pork on it. You could even do half and half. God, it was good. And that's what got me inspired to use the pickled okra on my nachos. That mixed with these sweet and spicy pickles. Ooh, gosh, this is gonna be so good, y'all. Now it's time to assemble the perfect Texas nachos. Throw down these chips. Oh yeah. Eating this is going to require a fork. Let's get a healthy. Oh, that smells good. Okay. Lay down this bean and corn salsa right here on the bottom. Oh yeah. That's the foundation, baby. God, that looks good. Next up, pour on the white cheese. Ooh, look at that. Cheese. Oh, baby. Also a Texas product. Let's put one more dollop on the top here, just for flavoring of our meat. And then last but not least, our Mateos salsa. All right, so we did some Texas style cooking. So now we gonna do some Texas style eating. Yeehaw. All right, so unfortunately, here at Planet with a Palate, I am sometimes a cast and crew of one. Such is the case with some of this episode that I was filming myself, and I thought I had this brilliant shot of me composing this perfect plate of nachos. Sadly, as I was putting on the meat and the second cheese and then the fixins that I had cut up and everything else, yeah, I wasn't recording. So y'all don't get to see that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Let's just dig right into this, shall we? Oh my God. So heavy as breaking the chips. I was afraid this might happen. Now, I'm a firm believer that when you make nachos, you can't just put shredded cheese. You need a good melty nacho cheese on it as well. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is heavenly. Ooh. Another thing I always get while I'm in Texas is a Lone Star beer. So we can't have a Texas nachos feast properly without our Lone Star. Cheers, y'all. Refreshing. Mmm. Mmm. We just love everything in the kitchen sink kind of nacho. Mmm. Mmm. This is good. Mmm. Delicious. I finally just got, so this is how thick my toppings are, that I just got to the bean salsa we put on the bottom. It's got that red onion in it. Mmm. Both style beans, that roasted. Oh my gosh. These nachos are like a smorgasbord for the senses. They smell great. You've just got layer after layer. I mean, it's like an explosion of flavors here. Mmm. Oh my God. I realize this isn't very Texas, but we all know I need a napkin. Look, I'm literally dirtying my napkins right now. Getting chips on the floor. This is going to require a full service cleanup afterwards. The kitchen too, gosh. We had so many ingredients in this one. Obviously, you can make it simpler. You know, not everyone wants to eat an entire tray of nachos. Mmm. An explosion of flavors. A cornucopia of different textures. Mmm. This was a good one, y'all. Oh my gosh, here comes the mess. Mmm. I'm trying to decide which part of this I like the most. It's virtually impossible. Every layer is so delicious and just kind of... Mmm. Mmm. This is a real happy dance. It's the Texas two-step. Mmm. God, this is good. Speaking of two-stepping, I did learn how to two-step at a holiday party one year. My mom growing up, she had a boss who was like family to us, you know. She worked for him for over a decade at a printing company. And so, you know, we got to know him and his family really well. So he came to our holiday party, and I used to work for him as a kid too, you know. It was fun. They'd have like some kind of collating project and hire me and my sister, you know, pay us really well, take us out to dinner. It was fun. He was kind of like the, you know, grandpa I never had sort of thing. Taught me how to two-step. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have this little bit of tea. This is I did not skimp on portion here. Well, you know they say everything's bigger in Texas. Y'all, I can't even believe I've been eating for like 10 minutes now. I literally have not barely made a dent in this. These nachos. Oh, this is a project. You set it aside, watch a little TV, get hungry later, eat some more. This is what I've done. I must knock that off of there. I'm gonna keep working on these nachos. I'm gonna keep picking away at these nachos. Maybe watch a couple episodes. Star Trek Discovery, that's the show I'm into right now. Oh, that's good. One more Texas two-step before we go. Y'all, I hope y'all are having a good 2023 so far. I sure am. I'm loving sharing my recipes, sharing my food with y'all. I'm loving the wonderful responses I've gotten. I'm loving the opportunity to respond to fat phobic people as it comes up. It's just nice to share food with friends, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Hey y'all, Planet with a Palate here. Thanks for joining me on this all new episode. I hope you really enjoyed watching me make and eat my Texas style nachos. But before I leave, I just wanted to give a big shout out to my Planeteer of the week, who is Hatter House or Hatter House 420. You follow me on Instagram and I think you're so cool. I love watching your Insta videos, and I also really love the comments you leave for me here on my channel, Planet with a Palate. So just so y'all know, I do really pay attention to you. I love all the interactions that we're having on this channel, and I'm so happy that you're all here. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and being part of this journey with me as I cook and eat some yummy food and show y'all how I make it. Have a great week, y'all. See you next Friday.